everyone, it's time for another plan with me. I have spent the morning organizing all of my Planner Kate stickers, and I think I am ready for 2023. Feels so good to have everything put away and ready to use in an organized manner. I thought about doing maybe a little bit of a office tour, not a full office tour, but just so you can see my updated Planner Kate storage, because it has been a while since I've shared that with you. For the week, we're going to be using this Anytime kit. So it is just a little bit different for me because the sheets are different, but obviously we can make it work, and I love her Anytime kits. The first sheet A is a sampler sheet. Sheet B is all the extras, and then sheet C are the full boxes. And I have been using the wide washi for a few weeks now and loving it, and with this kit that's not an option, so we'll have to make something else work. I was interrupted by a phone call, which was totally fine, but it was one that I needed to take, so if that popped up on the video, I apologize. All right, looks like we're gonna be using this heart washi. Looking here, I feel like we're gonna have to use that at the top to cover this, because if I just use the brushstroke headers, you're gonna see the blue, which I don't like. So let's do this at the top. And I will tell you also, I don't have anything for this video prepped. Sometimes I pull things during the week and get things labeled and organized, so I know in advance how I want things to go, and I didn't do that today, so, but it is time to plan, so here we are. And then I mentioned these in another video. I haven't been using tweezers too often, and I used to kind of giggle when I would see people using them in videos, like, why not just use your fingers? But these came in the Planner Spot subscription box, and since they were part of that box, I opened the box, obviously, and I've had them out on my desk, and I will say they are kind of handy. Sometimes in subscription boxes where you don't know exactly what you're gonna get, it's fun to maybe get something like this for me that I wouldn't just go out and purchase, and then you end up loving it. So that was a win this month for the Planner Society. Put all of those down. I will say October seemed kind of long to me, and as I was looking at my work schedule, and we had meetings, so we were just kind of chatting in between meetings, and we were all like, goodness, next week is Thanksgiving, which just blows my mind. Okay, so now that those are down, we'll move over to the sidebar, but I feel like I want to cover this November area here. And the thing I like about these Anytime kits is that this little box that I just put down isn't like a full box. It's a little bit smaller, but it is large enough to cover that up. And then I've been trying to do better about grabbing some of my other stickers. So this is my little quotes, and I just want to flip through here and maybe put a quote on top. I think I'm gonna go with this, nevertheless, she persisted. Perfect. And then we will use the This Week brush stroke header on the sidebar. And I think what I'm gonna do is use these updated circles. I like these because they have the black outline. I wanna put down like a top 3 for the week, 3 things that must be done, just to kind of keep a focus going. For myself, I've been kind of slacking during the week as far as these things that don't have to be done on a specific due date, like this stuff. So I feel like I need to get caught up. Okay, and then my son does have reading, spelling, and now math flashcards that he has to do every night. So I'm just going to write cool stuff on here instead of using individual trackers for all 3 of those things. We will just use this one and one of these individual trackers like this. All right, let's move on to timed things during the week. Does this have a weekend banner? Let's look at that. Of course it does. It's on the sampler page. Okay, for work, there are, of course, some appointments, and I actually have a couple of trainings to go to. So I want to make sure I mark that because that does impact. I actually think it's in the afternoon. I'm trying to remember without my work planner in front of me. I do have a separate work planner that has student names and all of that stuff in it, and it stays at work, and I usually don't bring that home with me, but I'm fairly certain those are in the afternoon, which of course impacts my son's pickup, drop off, practices, all of that. So I want to make sure I have that down. And then I'm going to use these half box ombres back over here on my sidebar for a to go and to contact. I also pulled all of this stack of the mixed scripts. They fit in these smaller albums, and I just purchased another smaller album so I could keep them all together, but I wondered if there's some in here for to go. Okay guys, I'm gonna have to switch something up now that I'm looking at these. I wasted a sticker, shame on me, but these are just too cute not to use for homework. Replace that, and they don't have any, or I don't have any of the to go to contact, but I did pull this Warehouse Wednesday one that I want to use for sure. So we will just leave one of these as to go and to contact, and I'll just know in my mind what those need to be. All right, let's label these 2 boxes with something. And I think I'm gonna use these off of the sampler. And for the first time in a while, I have no work meetings on Monday. So that's gonna be a nice, relaxing start to the work week. And then I have those 2 trainings. I'm just kind of going through things here in my mind. Wednesday, we do have several meetings, so I need to get those down. And I think I will use these appointment labels on sheet B. So that will be Wednesday morning. And then the other thing is another full day of problem solving on Friday. But before that happens, I do have a bigger meeting of sorts for a student. So I want to make sure I mark that as well. So we'll have that, and then keep things consistent here and use one of these labels. And I think that's it for work week stuff. So let's move into these, and I'll just flip through here so you can see them. I did use the Warehouse Wednesday and the homework sticker, and I will need that one. These are just kind of fun to go through here. We'll need a trash day, groceries, okay, so I pulled just a few of those. Hopefully you could see those as I flipped through there. We'll use one of these for church. And then we will do a grocery pickup after that. I love grocery pickup. It helps me out so much. And then this is also trash day for us. And then I need to do a weekly reset. And so it's not really a Monday through Sunday, but we are going to make this work. I'm going to put this down here on Saturday with this weekly reset. In that little area you can label and list my weekly reset out here, and just know in my mind that it's not necessarily Monday through Sunday, but sometimes that does happen where, you know, I start early and get a couple things done on Monday and Tuesday for the week, but typically it happens totally on Saturday and Sunday over the course of the weekend. So I'd like to be all caught up on laundry, vacuum the house, do car wash and fuel. And I think, guys, my ink pen is running out, which I use these. Usually an ink pen lasts me for like all of a planner, a year's worth, but that's not happening. So let me go grab another one. I do love these. These are the Pilot G2s in the 0.5. New fresh pen. We'll see how long this one lasts. So I left off there with wash and fuel for the car. And then I like to do a quick clean of the bathrooms, toilets, that sort of thing. And place my Walmart order. Planner, of course, and empty the fridge of any leftovers and get all of those dishes done. Okay, so we have that, and then I think we can move on to my son's practice schedule and try to decide what I want to use here. I think I'll go with these dash labels. Participating in, and he loves that, so use a bigger sticker for that one and the smaller ones for Taekwondo practice. The last thing I want to do here is just get this sidebar filled out. So for my top 3, it definitely needs to be a sorority deposit, and church payroll checks need to be prepped. And I need to do to contact the nativity, just kind of get that lined up. We do a live nativity here in town for Christmas, and I want to make sure we get signups going at the church. So we have that for sure. And sometimes what I do is just go back and make sure that I didn't miss anything, carrying it over from week to week. So this is the current week, and I did miss some stuff from the previous week. So let's go ahead and make sure I get that down too. Reconcile our October accounts. And I think that's all that I missed from there. All right, guys, I think that's gonna wrap up this weekly Plan With Me session using Planner Kate's Anytime Kit number 2. It looks a little bit different because it is a different kit format. Here's a look back at the current week. Still got some stuff to fill in here on the weekend. So here we are. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you back next time.